Has the market crash started? And isn't it funny how we think there's going to be a market crash? Well, we all think that there's this bubble that is going to burst. Well, at least I do. And in the nearly 2 years that I've been trading, that I've had my Trading 212 account, almost every week there's somebody putting a video on YouTube describing or predicting that the market is going to crash, that Warren Buffett has taken all of his money out of the stock market and he's just put it into cash. And Michael Burry has taken all of his money out of the stock market and invested in China and places like Argentina. And they've been thinking that the market is going to crash for a while. And that's why they've come out of the market already. And everybody's expecting this bubble to burst. And what we've seen over the last week or so is a correction. 10% of the S&P 500 is gone down by, but a crash will be 20%. Are we anticipating that 10% to be 20%, 30 or 40% in the next few weeks? Well, that's possible. I think I predicted at the start of this year that at least for the UK, that we would have a very turbulent first 6 months of the year, and then the second half of the year would settle down. I'm now starting to think something else, that the first 6 months of this year will be turbulent, especially to run up until April and beyond. And with the tax changes that have already taken place and the tax changes that are coming into the UK in April, we expect that the economy is going to decline. In fact, it's just gone down by 0.1%. So at least for the first few months of the last few months, the economy in the UK has been completely stagnant. In the US, especially with the US stock market, we've got what's termed as a Trumpcession, a Trump recession, which is going to be fueled by the tariffs that Donald Trump is really keen on bringing in. He's brought in already, and he's going to bring in tariffs in Europe as well fairly soon. And although that might seem like a really blunt instrument, and he's trying to sort of, sort out the trade balance for the US, which sounds like a really good idea. And in the long run, it might work out very well for the United States. But in the short run, it has to be quite a challenge, and it has to obviously increase inflation. It'll mean the interest rates will go up, and things in the short term won't be very good. Potentially, like I say, in the long run, that might work out well. But for what it's likely to do, it's likely to obviously bring the stock markets down, bring the stock market in the US down, and it will take the world with it. And as okay as that is, in the sense that it's not okay for my trading, because I own individual shares. Anybody that's trying to trade shares on the stock market, it's really going to be a challenging time. And especially for me, where I'm not selling any of my shares that are negative, I'm only waiting until they go positive. So it looks like I'm going to be holding on to my 4 shares that I've got for quite a while. Fortunately for me, the shares that I've bought are all nice dividend shares. So I expect, as long as those companies are making profit, then I should be okay. But it means that I'm going to hold on to those shares for quite some time. But yeah, all in all, the obviously what I expected to happen the first 6 months of the year to be turbulent, and then the next 6 months to be okay. I think it's going to be further turbulence along the line. To show you what I mean, and to just give you an idea of where my account is, I'll jump on my computer now. Let's have a quick look at my account, just to see where my shares are, and to see why the sort of downturn, why the stock market crash and a potential recession is going to sort of hurt me quite badly. Here's my account, which you can see on the face of it looks really positive. Rio Tinto is up 1.86% on the day. Taylor Wimpey is up 1.6%. PHP is up 1.7%, and Associated British Foods are up over 0.5%. But what are the numbers? Well, I'm still nearly £2 down on primary health properties, which actually is very good, because I was much worse than that. But it looks like primary health properties might be getting taken over, and I'm hopeful that picks up. Rio Tinto is only £3 down. That was about £8 down at one point. Associated British Foods is nearly £5 down, and Taylor Wimpey is over £5 down, which all these things have really picked up because they were much lower. But as I pointed out, my expectation is that they're all going to get lower. But let's see, because I'm very hopeful that PHP does pick up and it does give me some, turns positive at some stage in the future. That would be great. So where is my account now? Where am I standing overall? So I'm currently at £327.17. This chart was at one point right up to 336, I think it was, or 333, sorry. It was quite high. It doesn't show that there, but it did reach some nice dizzy heights. Let's have a look at the week chart. Look up here, 331, 33, nearly 333. So that was a really promising, looking good. But since then, it's dropped off. It's dropped down. It went right down here, right down to 318 on Thursday. So it wasn't a good day. But since Thursday, it's picked up nicely and come back to at least some degree of normality. But still, overall, my account right now isn't looking brilliant. However, I am expecting to see some dividends over the next sort of month or two. So I'm hopeful that number will go up and it will make my account look much, much better than it is. But yeah, sadly, that's where we are. So when this market does crash, I'm going to notice it. So if there's any chance that I can offload some of these shares soon, then that will make it good for me. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and informative. And if you did, why don't you give it a like, give it a thumbs up? That would be great. And if you're enjoying this content, why not subscribe to the channel? I'm really trying hard to build this channel up, and I'd really appreciate your subscription. It would really help me out a lot. And if you have already, thank you very much indeed. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.